Hey everyone, so now I'm going to be showing you how to fix a candle. Now we are going to start from the beginning and go all the way to the end. So when we first go to the store to get our candles, what do we do first? We check if the wick is in the center, okay? Make sure the wick is not too long. It's pretty okay. I might trim it a little bit, but it's not that bad, okay? And the wax, it looks good. Sometimes if you get a candle from someplace, you might notice that the wax is less than acceptable. If you want to still work with those, it's fine. But if the wax cracks a lot, most likely me myself, I would not work with it. So make sure when you get a candle, make sure the wax is not cracked, that it doesn't crack easily, okay? So now that we notice that the wick is in the center, we want to look in the bottom, okay? And I can barely see the metal part in the center that's connected to the wick. So it's fine. It's in the center. Even if I couldn't see it, I would still take a chance because the wick is in the center, okay? Okay, now once we take our candle home, we want to clean it from any negative energy. Now, of course, we can work with the Florida water. If you don't have that, like I said, it's fine. No worries. Get a napkin, a cloth, wet it, and just clean it. And like I said before, you're going to clean it from the top to the bottom because we want to knock down all negative energy this candle might have picked up from other people, okay? So after we do that, we get another napkin and we dry the candle, okay? The same way, from top to bottom. So you have to do very easily. After you do that, you want to get your knife, your dagger, your nail, anything sharp, okay? Now this is the part we are going to carve a name or a symbol or whatever. Now, since the wax represents the flesh, the wick represents the soul. Okay, if I write someone's name, it's going to represent them. Okay? Now, here where it gets a little confusing. Since this is dedicated to her, since it has her picture on it, so this represents her. The candle can represent her, and you will put a name paper underneath her candle. Okay? And if you do not know what a name paper is, go to my video where it says name paper and petition paper, and it will explain everything, because I'm not going to explain the whole damn thing all over again in this video. It'll take way too long. Okay, now I have my name paper. Well, it's not my name, but just for an example, I'm going to place it under the candle. Now, when you put a name paper, it automatically represents you or the person you're casting the spell on. And since we are going to do it this way, the candle will represent her. And since it is what I'm going to be carving is the Star of David, because she was Jewish when she was alive. Okay? So when I carve, I'm going to go one way. Okay? And this is going by the planet's rotation. So So it's not perfect, but you see, hopefully you see the Star of David. Now, once we have done that, it's time to add our oils. They call them dressing the candles with oils and herbs. Now, like I said, you can add love oil, come to me oil, this oil, that oil, if you want, and those are from the stores. I work with olive oil. Since I'm Catholic, it's from the Bible. It's a great substitute. So, but I'm going to only put a little tiny bit. Now I pour too much, but it's okay. I'm gonna do the best I can. If you have a eyedropper that you use to add oil or any kind, always add just a few drops, like 7 to 9, depending on the situation. And in that same video I told you about the petition and name paper, all that's going to be included about the numbers. Okay? Now, how I added my oil, I added it by the clock's rotation. To attract, to draw, since this candle is to attract blessings. Okay, so this is why. Now, once I add my oil, and now don't forget that's the element water because it's liquid, and the oil brings out a scent, a smell, to help bring positive things to us and to clear the space for that stuff to come to us. Okay? Now, since this is for general blessings, I have added some herbs. Okay? Now, these are a mixture. I have herbs to draw blessings, but not just one herb, because we need to combine them. So there's an herb to draw blessings, an herb to draw success, okay? Because I want to be blessed in success. I have powder from white roses because I want new love. I want to find someone new, okay? And I want this to be a blessing. I want it to be blessed, because we are trying to get the help of the Holy Mother to bless us, okay? Now, I have an herb here to open roads for this success, for these blessings and love that I want, okay? I have an herb that will clear away all negative energy in case someone tries to give me the evil eye. I have an herb for protection, to protect me from anyone who tries to do harm to me. Okay? I have an herb to bind these things together as one. Okay? So I have many herbs in this to what? Help bring in the blessings. Okay? Now I'm going to add the herbs like I added the oil. I'm going to dress it according to the planet's rotation. Just a little bit, not a lot, so it's okay. I hope you can see it. Now, if you haven't blessed the herbs yet, don't worry. It will be blessed when you bless the candle, okay? Okay, now that we added the symbol, the oil, and the herbs, it's time to blow into it to give it life. Now that I did that, I'm going to want to pray over it. Now, the way I do it, I'm going to show you up to this part. Like I said on my last YouTube video, I'm not going to actually say my prayer, but you can do whatever prayer, whatever chant you want. Now, I put my left hand over this first, because the left hand is the left hand path, meaning evil and darkness. Now, I don't want it to be evil. That's why I'm going to put my right hand on top. Now, when you do it like this, it symbolizes good versus evil, that I will get what I want, that nothing's going to stop me. Okay? Now, since I am a Catholic, before I do my prayer, I say, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. You see what I did there? I did 3 crosses. So I would dominate any negative energy, any negative people, any evil from interrupting my spell, from trying to come between me and what I want. Okay? Once I do that, I go like this and I say my prayer. Now that I said my prayer, you light the candle. I talk to the Spirit, which is the Holy Mother. Okay? I say the prayer in the back. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can make up a prayer, or you can work with this prayer and just rewrite it to the point of your satisfaction. Okay? It also helps because since this is a Catholic saint, it's good to pray the Apostle Creed, Our Father, Hail Mary, before actually praying this or any other prayer that you want. Now, you don't have to say all those prayers when you are praying over your candle, like how I just did, okay? You do this when you are asking the saint or the spirit what you're asking for, okay? So, So don't worry about that. And that's pretty much it. And if you want, over time, like each day, you can add a little bit more oil or herbs, just a little bit, just to keep adding a little bit more power each day. But you don't have to if you don't want to. And it's good to pray each day for that particular thing that you want. Okay? Now, the way I did it, it sounds really easy and really fast, because it is. It's pretty simple. Anyone can do it. Okay? Now, don't forget to check out my other YouTube video about the name and petition paper, because that's going to help with this. Okay? And of course, over time, I'm going to be doing more candle magic like this to help you learn, and so it will help you understand more what I'm trying to say. But that's pretty much it. And don't forget the elements. We got the oil, that's water, the herb, that's earth. We blew into it, that's air. We pray to the saint or any higher being, that's spirit. The fire is 5. Okay? And don't forget, since the wax is the flesh, the wick is the soul, and the flame is the spirit, and the light is the power of that spirit that's attracting what we want. Okay? And while it's burning down, it's putting pressure on the person. Okay? If you do it like this, you're putting pressure on the person. Okay? Because it's melting down, it's going down towards this person. Let me give you guys another tip. You can add a little bit of the oil and the herbs, here, if you want, just to add a little bit more power. Okay? And like I said before, don't forget that the wax is doing its job, the wick is doing its job, the oils, the herbs, the fire, the light, everything is doing its job. It's one unit. Okay? It's all these things combined into one unit to bring you what you want. Okay? Now, the way I added the oils and herbs was a specific way, a specific direction, because this is the foundation of spell work. Okay? You don't add it any way depending on your intention. That's not how it works. A good spellcaster knows that foundation is key to everything in life, even spell work. So like I said before, without a proper foundation, without doing this right, your spell work, your candle magic, whatever, will not succeed. Okay? Now that I showed you how to attract, I'm going to show you how to repel. Now, I'm going to be showing you without the name paper now, since I showed you with a name paper. Now the same rules apply. We're going to carve our name. Since we are not using a name paper, we're going to carve our name in it, since we're not using a name paper. And now don't forget, when we carve our name into it, it represents you or that person. Why? Because the wax represents what? The flesh, the wick, the soul. Okay? Now we're going to add oils. If you have more than one oil to remove things. Like if you have jinx removing oil and witchcraft removing oil, hex removing oil, if you want, you can combine them like you combine herbs. If you don't have any of those oils, olive oil, like I said, it's great. It's a great substitution. It can be for anything. Now, since we are going to repel, we want to go according to the planet's rotation. If you still haven't found out, do your research. I'm telling you. I'm not going to give you all the answers. Now, we're going to put our oil according to the planet's rotation to repel. Once we do that, we add our herbs. Okay? So since we are going to repel negative energy, negative vibrations, negative spirit, anything like that, anything that's negative, we are going to combine an herb to repel negative spirits, an herb to repel negative energy in general, an herb to repel jealousy, an herb to repel any enemies that might be among us. We are going to get an herb to repel the evil eye and things like that. And of course, an herb to bind them all. So it can be as one, okay? And once again, we do this according to the planet's rotation to repel, okay? Once we do that, we do the same thing. We are going to blow on our candle to give it life. Once we do, what do? We pray. You can use my method if you want, if you are of the Christian faith, or if you believe in God and Jesus, you can still do it. It's fine. It does work better and more if you are in the religion, but you can still do it. It's fine. Once you pray over it, you're going to light the candle. And the spirit's going to be you, since it represents you. So you are talking to your spirit, to the spiritual side of you, okay? To help remove all this negative vibration, energy, bad spirit, whatever, okay? Now don't forget all 5 elements. The oil is liquid, water. The herb is earth. When you blow on it, air. You pray, spirit. You light it, fire. Or you can say it like fire first and then spirit, because you still talk to the spirit at the end, and you still want to communicate and make sure that you repeat this on a daily basis. So you can look at it like that. Now, some people don't like to work with a black candle when they want to remove something. If you don't feel comfortable, that's fine. A white candle, great substitution, and it works good too, okay? Like I said, every candle has a way of working. It all goes about it a different way, so it's fine. A white candle, it's okay. Now, remember, since the wax is the flesh, the wick is the soul, the fire is the spirit, it's making a connection. It's connecting all in one, okay? And the herbs and the oils inside are like the program that you're putting, like a program into a computer. Your software program, I guess you can say, like how I tried to explain it in my last video. And when you talk to it, when you give it the instructions, you are programming it. You are giving it a direction, okay? And that's pretty much it. It's very simple. This is the most basic way I can show you. Now, don't forget, don't put any spiritual cologne because it's flammable. Make sure you do your research when it comes to herbs to make sure none of them are flammable. Okay? And like I have always said, because it's how I was taught, you put a clear glass of water on the left side of your candle, because evil comes from the back, but especially from the left, because of the left hand path that people practice. Not only that, but it also captures any negative energy, vibrations, evil eye, things like that. And you can tell because of the little air bubbles that appear. And I know a lot of people are going to say, no, that means that they're spirits. No. It's a very popular misconception. Go to my 10 most popular misconceptions on my channel. Okay? When you see air bubbles, that's the negative energy that it's holding. Okay? When you do this, when you see it full, each day, you're going to dump it out. I would dump it out early in the morning before the sun came up, because in my culture, it believed that the sun rays takes away the negative energy, because the sun is going to dry up the water. That's why. If you cannot change it before the sun comes up, flush it down the toilet. Okay? And if you can't do it each day, try to do it as often as you can. Okay? That's pretty much it. It's very simple. Once you get the hang of it, you will be fixing candles faster than when you started. I hope you like my video. Give me a thumbs up if you do. Give me a thumbs down if you don't. I will understand. It's fine. Like, share, subscribe, follow. Until then, may God bless you and yours.